नमस्कार. जय श्री कृष्ण. श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद, श्री अद्वैत गदाधर, श्रीवासदि गौर भक्त वृंदा. Enunciating text 17 and text 18 of chapter 21, conversation between Manu and Kardama of third canto, the status quo of Srimad Bhagavatam. Text 17. लोकांश च लोकानुगतान् पशूंश च हित्वा श्रीतास्ते चरणात्पत्रं परस्परं त्वदगुण वादसीधु पीयूष निर्यापित देहधर्माः. However, persons who have given up stereotype worldly affairs and the beastly followers of these affairs, and who have taken shelter of the umbrella of your lotus feet by drinking the intoxicating nectar of your qualities and activities and discussions with one another, can be freed from the primary necessities of the material body. After describing the necessity of married life, Kardama Muni asserts that marriage and other social affairs are stereotype regulations for persons who are addicted to material sense enjoyment. The principles of animal life, eating, sleeping, mating and defending, are actually necessities of the body, but those who engage in transcendental Krishna's consciousness, giving up all the stereotype activities of this material world, are freed from social conventions. Conditioned souls are under the spell of material energy or eternal time, past, present and future. But as soon as one engages in Krishna's consciousness, he transcends the limits of past and present and becomes situated in the eternal activities of the soul. One has to act in terms of the Vedic injunctions in order to enjoy material life. But those who have taken to the devotional service of the Lord are not afraid of the regulations of this material world. Such devotees do not care for the conventions of material activities. They boldly take to that shelter which is like an umbrella against the sun of repeated birth and death. Constant transmigration of the soul from one body to another is the cause of suffering in material existence. This conditional life in material existence is called sansar. One may perform good work and take his birth in a very nice material condition, but under the process under which birth and death take place is like a terrible fire. Sri Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, in his prayer to the spiritual master, has described this. Sansar, or the repetition of birth and death, is compared to a forest fire. A forest fire takes place automatically without anyone's endeavor, by the friction of dried wood, and no fire department or sympathetic person can extinguish it. The raging forest fire can be extinguished only when there is a constant downpour of water from a cloud. The cloud is compared to the mercy of the spiritual master. By the grace of the spiritual master, the cloud of the mercy of the personality of Godhead is brought in, and then only when the rains of Krishna's consciousness fall can the fire of material existence be extinguished. This is also explained here. In order to find freedom from the stereotype conditional life of material existence, one has to take shelter of the lotus feet of the Lord, not in the manner in which the impersonalists indulge, but in devotional service, chanting and hearing of the activities of the Lord. Only then can one be freed from actions and reactions of material existence. It is recommended here that one should give up the conditional life of this material world and the association of so-called civilized human beings who are simply following in a polished way the same stereotype principles of eating, sleeping, mating and defending. Chanting and hearing of the glories of the Lord is described here as Twadaguna Vada Sidhu. Only by drinking the nectar of chanting and hearing the pastimes of the Lord can one forget the intoxication of material existence. Text 18. No te aja raksha भ्रमिरायुरेषां त्रयोदशारं त्रिशतं षष्टिपर्व षण्णेम्यनन्त च छदि व्यक्तीर्णाभि करालस्रोतो जगदाच्छिद्य धावत. Your wheel, which has 3 naves, rotates around the axis of the impersonal Brahma. It has 13 spokes, 360 joints, 6 rims, and numberless leaves carved upon it. Though its revolution cuts short the lifespan of the entire creation, This wheel of tremendous velocity cannot touch the lifespan of the devotees of the Lord. The time factor cannot affect the span of life of the devotees. In Bhagavad Gita, it is stated that a little execution of devotional service saves one from the greatest danger. The greatest danger is the transmigration of the soul from one body to another, and only devotional service to the Lord can stop this process. It is stated in the Vedic literatures, Harim vina na shrutim taranti. Without the mercy of the Lord, one cannot stop the cycle of birth and death. In Bhagavad Gita, it is stated that only by understanding the transcendental nature of the Lord and his activities, his appearance and disappearance, can one stop the cycle of death and go back to him. The time factor is divided into many fractions of moments, hours, months, years, periods, seasons, etc. All the divisions in this verse are determined according to the astronomical calculations of Vedic literature. The 6 seasons here mentioned are called Ritus, and there is the period of 4 months called Chaturmasya. 3 periods of 4 months complete 1 year. According to Vedic astronomical calculations, there are 13 months. The 13th month is called Adhik Mas or Mara Mas and is added every 3rd year. The time factor, however, cannot touch the lifespan of the devotees. In another verse, it is stated that when the sun rises and sets, it takes away the life of all living entities, but it cannot take away the life of those who are engaged in devotional service. Time is compared here to a big wheel which has 360 joints, 6 rims in the shape of seasons, and numberless leaves in the shape of moments. It rotates on the eternal existence, Brahma. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.